Guys, right now, wait, guys, I'm going to adjust the video mic. Okay, guys, in the previous part, we discussed we stopped like in the incline bench. Let's continue to the next compound moment. The strength standard you have to reach. Second one is shoulder press, basic level. It's like I'm going to directly to advanced level in the shoulder press, overhead press, 5 reps at the weight of 1.2 times per body weight. You have to increase it gradually. And next one, weighted chin-ups. W means weighted chin-ups. The beginner's level. Is 5 reps at 30% of body weight. The intermediate level, five reps at 50% of body weight, and advanced level, 5 reps at like 70% of body weight. And then this was for weighted chin-ups. Second one, shoulder press. Next one, elevated chin-ups. Man, I definitely have to wear some shirt to hold the mic. Wait a second. Okay, guys. Next one. Which one is bicep curls? Sorry, guys. I hasn't explained fourth one. I'm going to write under it. The fourth one is weighted dips. W means weighted dips, like basic, intermediate, advanced level. Basic, intermediate, advanced level. For weighted dips, you have to do from 5 reps of 40% of body weight for 5 reps, or intermediate 5 reps 60% of body weight. Next one, 5 reps 80% of body weight. And when it comes to bicep curls, directly going to advanced level. Advanced level has to be 5 reps at the rate of 1.25 times per body weight. Okay. The next one, It is squat. Sixth one is squat. Advanced level is 2.5 times at the rate of 2.5 times body weight for 5 reps. 4 to 5 reps. 4 to 5 reps. Next one, hip thrust. Ten reps at 1.9 times body weight. And last one, keep the core strong. Try an overall core. In my YouTube channel, search for ab workout, ab circuit. What I used to do I used to do started with declines sit-ups, the target upper abs, one exercise for upper abs, and I mostly target lower abs, which mostly neglected in the exercise activity, and also mostly people blessed with upper abs, so lower abs is important. So training lower abs, I used to do 3 exercises. Things like I used to do the sliders, like in the form of similar like mountain climbers, and then I used to do leg raises by lying on the floor, by grabbing something behind my head, like French legs or some pillar like that, and I used to do that. And then last one is I used to do hang on the dip bar, and I used to lift my legs up in order to increase the strength. And the last one I used to stick rotation and twisters for obliques. And the final one used to finish the core workout, ab workout with hyperextension, because mostly people after the workout of training their abs, they used to feel some back pain, because you used to tight the front portion. So to neutralize that, to balance that, your trunk has to stay straight. So to avoid the forces like levers, you have to straighten the spine back to its original position. So for that, I used to finish the ab circuit workout with 3 sets of 10 reps hyperextension. That's it. That's how you have to train. And then next one. Okay, the second important variable is finished. Now let's go to the third important variable. I think it was third one in the index of the variables. That was stamina, endurance, I'm not going to explain speed and mobility detailedly. You will understand when you go to this field, like when you step into the sports field, that will be taught by the seniors or coaches easily. I don't going to too much on that. If you focus on the endurance in the off season, if you meet the standards, you are able to run faster. So I am not going to explain the speed variable too. That is different. You will understand it if you meet these standards first. So these were the key standards to become the greatest athlete. So endurance, like stamina, so I recommend you to first get lean first. I hasn't told you the bulking and cutting phases in the time of, like, while explaining strength. You have to, first thing, while cutting you have to go to 45% of your waist. Until you reach 45% of your waist, you have to cut. And it took like 3 to 10 weeks. While bulking, you have to go to reach like 48% of your waist. That is the best indicator of the fat percentage. Right now I was 33.5, my waist is 33.8. If I reach 34, I have to go back to the cutting phase like 3 to 10 weeks. And once I cut to the 32 inches my stomach, then I have to start lean bulking back again until I reach the strength standards, like advanced strength standards. Me too, I was even in the beginner level, I doesn't have much strength when it comes to upper body. That is the disadvantage until now for running. Definitely I am going to rectify that. I am going to meet the standards and I will become the best. That isn't important here. You want to meet that standards too. I want you to become the greatest too. That's why I was, right now we were here, we were discussing about this code. And then first thing is aerobic endurance is very necessary. Even though you are, right now I was explaining by taking 200 and 400 meters, because little bit endurance is necessary. Even though you want to run 100 faster, you need this basic stamina in order to run faster. When you see a Powell who is used to run like sub 10 seconds like 100 times in the history, not even Usain Bolt did that. He used to cover 300 meters like 31 seconds. You have to try, and if you are that fast in 300 meters, you have to cover these basic things like aerobic running, anaerobic running, long distances. You have to cover over all these things. So I was explaining the core part here, the standards you have to meet. So first thing, at least you have to cover 7 km in 30 minutes. That is the basic first thing. 30 minutes you have to cover 7 km. Right now I am not even covering that. In the back, when I was younger, like 18 years old, I used to cover that in the lockdown for different things. I lost the strength, I lost the endurance, and I was getting getting back again. I definitely will get back. That isn't a problem. Right now my goal is to train for the strength, so that I have to put on body weight. After I put on certain weight, put in certain strength, achieve the advanced level, then I will cut everything else, extra fat. Then I will start deficit. Then I will focus on endurance, because I had much knowledge on endurance before, but I didn't went to that part of the strength, reaching the strength goals. I already ran endurance. When it comes to endurance, that isn't a problem for me. It was a known land to me. I'll go back again. But when it comes to strength, that was new place I have to explore. Now second one, 200 meters. If you are a beginner, I recommend you to run for like 5 times, 5 sessions to 6 sessions maximum per week. If you are like moderate, like intermediate or advanced runner, then like run like 3 to 4 times in a week. You have to do these 4 things to reach the standards. 7 km 30 minutes, 100s, 200s, 300s, 200, 300 and 400 meters. Maybe you can replace 500, 600, 800, sometimes 1600s, 1000s, 3200 meters, and also like 100s, 150s, things like that. But these were the like basic stuff I was telling. In these things, 7 km in all the time 30 minutes, whether it may be off season or peak season, whatever season it may be, you have to reach these things. It was basic 7 km 30 minutes. 200, 300, 400, when it comes to these things, it depends on the season you are training. You have to drop the reps and increase the intensity faster. You have to run faster depending upon the strength levels, endurance levels you have. So first thing it doesn't needed to explain. You have to run distances. First thing, if you are overweight or whatever you may be, first thing, start with running aerobic endurance. I'm going to tell you that it takes at least 3 to 5 years to match these standards if you are a beginner. Don't try to get this all done. Try to get this. Don't have confidence to I can able to do this within a year. Definitely it take time, at least 3 to 5 years. If you are an advanced ones, like 3 years. If you are beginner, it takes like 5 years at least. To me it took almost 10 years. Don't worry, take much time, stay patiently. So now I'm going to explain this part. 7 km 200. Wait a second. Okay man, the video is running. First thing, how to get to this first part, 7 km. First thing, you have to cover morning and evening, like 10 km, 12 km, like walk and run until you reach this. If you are overweight, reduce the body weight by caloric deficit by running, by taking quality nutrition, and run. Maybe take 1.5 year to reach first goal. First goal is to get to 7 km, running 7 km 30 minutes. After that, okay, the problem is solved. You reached the standard, and then keep it. You have to at least run this first one to once in week or once in 2 weeks. Never neglect the aerobic running, because that much amount of quality that the aerobic running has. According to even though the 400 meters and the sprinting, most of it is anaerobic, like lactic movements. You have to train through aerobic. The quantity of the training has to be like, as like Clyde had used to said, you have to have a schedule like build from quantity to quality. Quantity has to be higher. You have to almost overtrain. Generally, overtraining is incorrect when it comes to bodybuilding, but when it comes to sport like this, you have to overtrain, almost overtrain, exhaust the engine. Don't exhaust, but you have to overtrain. Have that mindset of doing much more work, because like covering 7 km morning, 7 km evening, like 10 km morning, 10 km evening, you have to do that in order to run faster. Keep that in mind. The second one, after reaching that, first thing you have to, like, whether it may took 2 months or 3 months or 4 months, first thing, run weekly once 200 meters for 15 reps until you reach like 35 seconds. Whether it may took 3 months, 4 months, run until you reach this time. And then after put the time of 2 to 3 months, then next one like 2 to 3 months, definitely we will reach this. And then like after reaching that, now come to 200 meters, drop down the reps and increase the speed, 8 reps and increase the speed for 28 seconds. Like take it like 1 to 2 months, 2 months, I think 2 months. And then first thing, how many months it may take, first thing you have to do, you have to reach this goal first, after then move to the next one. Wait again. And then 200 meters, 6 reps, 26 seconds, like take 1 month, definitely 1 month is enough to reach this. The last one, last second, and fourth one is 24 seconds. Do 2 sessions per day. One put to strength training and the next one put to like for running. Like 2 months, sorry, I wrote 24 seconds. 1 month is necessary, 1 month, keep 1 month for this. And the final one is 200 for 2 reps. You can able to run on roads or on the treadmill or maybe any place. Sometimes you doesn't have infrastructure like tracks, synthetic tracks, mud tracks. You can choose the like roads or wherever place. You can even run on the straight places. When it comes to peak, then go to synthetic. If you don't even have synthetic, it isn't even a problem. We have roads and tracks and mud, all these things. We just need ground to run. The last 200 meters, 20 seconds. Drop down to 2 reps. Like last, take like 1 month. 1 month is necessary. If it isn't happen, then take 1 more month. Then this is for 200 meters. Like 3 months, 5 months, 6 months, 7, 8, like 8 months you need to match all these things. Okay, next one, let's go to wait.